Hey everyone, welcome back. We are here. Day 2 of the full moon Pisces. We are finally culminating out of that stage of the moon cycle and leaving out of the overture of Neptune and Jupiter, 12th house energies, and we are going to be moving towards next the second quarter stage cycle of the moon, and this will be officially on, let's get the date for that actually. It will do, let's see, September. It's going, let's see. We do have the next new moon coming up on the 17th, so I believe it is around the 9th that we have the second quarter stage sort of peak there, when it officially sort of sets there at that angle. Let me just double check though, just to be sure, and then we will be on our way. September 19th. Okay, and how are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? Strong contractions, right? Yet again, of Pisces energy here, and I was just thinking, about how everything is so subjective as well, right? One might experience a certain aspect of a certain cycle in a certain way, and given that we'll be touching upon certain things in the birth chart and how they're sort of how they're activating those energies. So take it as you will, but overall lots of water energy here that's culminating up and out, also in relation to the element of yang, fire, the full moon as well. Let me though and it could be perceived in a number of ways, of course, right? But let's pull this up. We have funny, I searched ephemera September 2019 and Apple Electronics, the website for Apple, comes up. Okay, apple.com. It's like I guess it's like a schedule, but they're coming up under ephemera, so interesting. Okay, anyways, we have here we are. Oh, odd. I searched 2019. Reluctance to accept 2020. The transformation. No, it's always, there's a reason for everything. Of course, this year has been very heavy, a lot of cycles, a lot of transformation, a lot of, again, strong sort of energy, waves of energy. So let's though see, I want to find this date. Yeah, here we are. Okay, September. We have the 10th. We'll have that second quarter stage moon here in Gemini. So and that is, I believe, this is on EST time. I think this does report on EST time. Yeah, EDT. So feel free to adjust it to your time zone, wherever. Wow, for people in the room right there, thank you so much for tuning in. 13 likes, 333 right there. Cool. And so yeah, thank you guys for connecting. Now, what I'm seeing as well, just in terms of like astrology, right? We've got still a number of, we have some major shifts coming up here. Later in the week, and let me put this other calendar actually. We have the sun in Virgo still. We have Mercury as well, still in Virgo, and we will be moving out of Mercury and Virgo on the 5th here, more or less. I believe it is here on the 5th that Mercury will then dip into Libra. So, and then, by way of that, we have that culminating, remember that a few days prior to this space, we have the culmination of Mercury in Virgo. So we have the Mercury in the later degrees of Virgo, and then trailing into the earlier degrees of Libra. So there are a number of, I'm hearing styles here that we're looking into. I don't know what that's alluding to. Take it as you will. But a lot of Virgo energy here, right? Leading out towards that. And it's a very strategic sort of energy that we see with Virgo. And then we'll step into the Venus ruled sign of Libra, which is all about sort of balance. So where we've been getting really sort of, fascinated with, fixated even with the sort of details, then, not to say that it's not purposeful, but to always, it's just take it as you will. However you feel that you're tapping into this energy space around this time. Venus is in Libra is about balance and bringing this space of sort of also the aesthetic sort of accent to maybe what it is that you could be also thinking of carrying out. I'm hearing that, but again, it will be different for everyone. So let's say you have Virgo customizing a certain part of your chart. That part of life might be a focus for you in relation to the archetype of Virgo. Now, all right. We've moved through, yes, the full moon in Pisces, so I'm going to mark these off. And then we have, leading into later this week, also Venus going to Leo. Okay, so we got Venus trailing into the latest degrees of Cancer, getting ready to move into Leo. Okay, fire energy there with Venus that we're sort of cascading into. And then Aries will go retrograde officially on the 9th of September the next week. All right, so really, really a major shift that we may be feeling, seeing here on the 9th, specifically of September. Yes, and then, but later than that week, on the 12th, we have Jupiter going direct. So it's kind of interesting. We've got a lot of shifts here taking place, a lot of culminations, and I've mentioned this in other videos as well. If let's say a sign does shift into a new, if a planet does move into a new sign, it does shift into a new sign. It's not just, let's say, at that zenith degree of that new sign, but it does, by way of that, culminate into the later degrees of the prior sign. So that's the sort of closing chapter, let's say, of what has been sort of really concentrated upon as a theme or a focus here for about a month now for Mercury and as well the Sun. They do very closely, in relation to one another. So there is, let's say, a focus on also bringing, what you've been sort of what you've had on your mind, what you've been sort of talking about. I'm hearing that as well, maybe to a number, I don't know, what considering, since let's say the tail end of July, we might find that we're closing out that cycle here, in the beginning here of September towards, again, the 5th or so of September. So, interesting and exciting shifts we're seeing here, but always, everything is as we, perceive it and channel it as well, and how we, kind of direct that energy. So then we have the Sun moving into Libra later this month. We'll talk more about that later. I may jump into some Jupiter direct readings. I did that for the Venus direct readings, and I felt like those were really fun and actually cool and very enlightening. So it's kind of cool to see how the energy does move once we go into the direct stage of the cycle of Jupiter, and really any sign that is retrograde. So and that might bring to light what we've been touching upon, like the concepts and the themes that we've been touching upon as Jupiter has been retrograde, and we have readings as well for those posted on the channel. So if you are interested in watching those as well, they are up. Just a side note, let me though see anything else that might be a focus here. Saturn is going as well direct this month on the 28th of September now, but remember as well that we do still have both Jupiter and Saturn. They will both be in the post-shadow retrograde period. So so we still have the sort of it's like we had the midterm, okay, or that but then we have the final list that will be coming up, that sort of energy. But again, it always depends on how you channel, how you take it. But we got Pluto as well going direct in October. That's coming up as well. And let's see anything else. Major plot points here. Plot twist that me jumping into Jupiter will clear officially on, if those of you might be wondering, the 6th of December. Is that right? Yeah, the 6th of December. And then let's see here. Yes, and then we have Mars will technically go direct on the 13th of December, but then it will have the post-shadow up until 2021. So, and Uranus is currently retrograde as well. That will be retro until... Sorry for kind of reading off sort of factoids here, but it's Virgo season. And then Mercury's in Virgo, so we have an excuse, right? Oh, no. Okay, but here we are. Let's see, we've got a Sun in Capricorn. I have this written down on the 18th of January. Okay, let's clear the energy and ground. Aquarius here. Oh, the 29th degree, the Sun will be in Capricorn on the 18th of January. So that might be a specific date for a number of you. I don't know, we're reading on that here. Right here. So, and then we have the Sun moving into Aquarius next on the 19th of January. Now, Pluto will clear on the 25th of January, 2021. So we have a lot of planets here. We've been working with for quite some time, sort of assisting us throughout 2020. So might be something to note. How many of you are making like big plans for months down the line. How many of you have been waiting to make a big move? I'm hearing that as well for a number of you, a major jump, like some sort of big major transformation. How many are waiting until 2021? Okay. Oh yeah, making stuff. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, lots of sort of interesting moves here, and so feel free to take a look at where these energies are also culminating in your chart. So for example, like when the sun shifts right into Libra, take a look maybe at your birth chart if you do feel guided, and say, well, where is that sun going to be sort of shifting in the sign of Libra? For me, like, where is also the sun going to be shifting actually in my birth chart? So there could be a sense of culmination there. I love and light to you all. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if these are helpful, if they're fun. And hopefully we can like find a way to maybe do these more often, like in a structured way. Just let me know how you guys feel again about the content in the Astro Talks. I found that it's really helpful to kind of look ahead of time a little bit at what might be going on astrologically. And side note here, reading on today, the moon is still in Pisces, yes, and I think that it culminates at 19 degrees at the midpoint of today. So that's also something interesting to know. Like, we move through the full moon in Pisces, but then after Pisces, we'll be moving into the moon in Aquarius, the air in Aries. Yes, and then what? Really? Hold on. So, because we have we have the new moon. The next full moon will be in Aries. So. And I've done readings on that. So this is the moon. Yes, we'll be going into Aries, like, let's say tomorrow. So, it's kind of interesting to know the sort of astrological vibe of the day. And again, hopefully we'll sort of see us to doing more clarifying Astro Talks here from here on out. All right, love and light to you.